Jill and I wanted to visit Texas today for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, to let the people of Texas know our prayers are with you in the aftermath of this winter storm. And secondly, to let you know what I told Governor Abbott and Mayor Turner and Judge Hidalgo and the congressional delegation, that we will be true partners to help you recover and rebuild from the storms and this pandemic and the economic crisis. We're in for the long haul. Early today, we received an update on the storm relief efforts from Harris County at the Harris County Emergency Operations Center. Folks there are doing God's work, as my mother would say. It was an important update on how the federal government and the states are working together through the major disaster declaration and emergency declarations that I made after the storm hit when the governor contacted me. The Federal Emergency Management, FEMA, is providing millions of gallons of water and millions of meals and direct assistance to uninsured homeowners to repair the damage burst pipes caused to millions of homes across this state. The public assistance that comes with disaster declaration ensures that mayors and county officials can find shelter for folks in need and keep them safe and warm. This is in addition to the more than 125,000 blankets FEMA has also made available to storm victims so children and families don't go to sleep cold. FEMA, working with the Defense Logistics Agency and the Army Corps of Engineers from the Defense Department, has made generators and diesel fuel available to hospitals, nursing homes, and other critical facilities to keep the lights on and speed power restoration along its way. Many local military bases are helping in efforts to distribute water and food, fuel, and blankets all across this state. And I especially want to thank the service members for helping your fellow Americans in time of need. When we have a problem, we always call on the military, domestic or foreign, no matter what. You're best in the world. And I know millions of Texans have been impacted by the disruption of community water systems as a result of the power outages. The Environmental Protection Agency has deployed mobile drinking water labs in Houston, San Antonio, and Fort Worth to test water so you get boil water advisories lifted and get safe drinking water flowing through those faucets again. There's more, but let me say this. We're not here today as Democrats or Republicans. We're here today as Americans. The American leaders with responsibility, all of us here in this parking lot, responsibility to all the people we serve. When a crisis hits our states, like the one that hit Texas, it's not a Republican or Democrat who's hurting. It's our fellow Americans who are hurting. And it's our job to help everyone in need. Look out for one another. Leave nobody behind. That's what we've seen today in our visit. After our briefing on the storm relief, we stopped by the Houston Food Bank. That's also doing God's work. Incredible operation. Just like everyone else here in the vaccination center. They've done thousands of people. It's making a fundamental difference in the safety and security of people. The more people get vaccinated, the faster we'll beat this pandemic. That's why one of my first steps and my first goals as president was to announce that I was going to get 100 million COVID vaccine shots administered in my first 100 days. Because of the people behind me and others, America is going to be the first in the country, perhaps the first in the world to get that done. And I'm proud to say we're halfway there, 50 million shots. Actually, I was telling the congressman earlier, I carry a little card with me, and it lists every day the actual number of vaccines that have been administered. As of today, as of last night, 503,587. Every single one matters in just 37 days. We're weeks ahead of schedule. Here in Texas, we're already partnering with 12 community health centers in 10 cities, which have combined sites at over 100 locations across the entire state. I said from the beginning, like Roosevelt, who said, "I'll shoot you straight from the shoulder. You can handle anything as long as you're told the truth." Cases and hospitalizations could go back up as new variants emerge. And it's not the time to relax. We have to keep washing our hands, staying socially distanced, And for God's sake, wear your mask. Wear your mask. It's not a political statement. It's a patriotic thing to do. Some of our progress in this fight is because so many Americans are stepping up and doing these things. And the worst thing we could do now would be let our guard down. But if there's one message that needs to cut through all this, the vaccines are safe. I promise you, they are safe and effective. Listen to Dr. Fauci. Listen to the scientists who developed them through extensive and rigorous review. I did, and I took my shot publicly to demonstrate to the American people it's safe and effective. And folks, look, there's so much we can do. As you see the broken hearts and the families that have been left behind, there's nothing partisan about this virus. It's too long we've allowed the virus to divide us. I met today with Governor Abbott, Senator Cornyn, conservative Republicans. I'm a Democratic president. We disagree on plenty of things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there are plenty of things we can work on together. And one of them is represented right here today, the effort to speed up vaccinations. We're not giving shots to Democrats or Republicans. I say it again, we're giving shots to Americans. And all across the country, we've got members of the armed forces, FEMA, volunteers, retirees, fellow Americans working around the clock to give these shots. And they're building on the work of scientists, researchers, doctors, and nurses. I know my family spent a lot of time here in Houston, by the way, hey, John Eddie, how are you, buddy? I didn't see you there. And Houston at MD Anderson, when our son Bo was being treated for glioblastoma before he passed away. Just yesterday, I saw MD Anderson announce they joined four other major cancer hospitals to help break down the silos that make real progress in this effort difficult. Now they're sharing data and information. That wasn't going on 4 or 5 years ago. We're going to beat cancer. I know we will. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's just one thing I could be known for as president. I would be the president who, during his era, ended cancer as we know it. But then last week, guess what? We also landed a rover on Mars. We led by a NASA team in Pasadena, California. A rover carries instruments developed by a team here in Houston that will be used in the mission of our time and our dreams. Imagine. Everybody's been so down the last number of years about what America, what can we do? We can do anything. American can do anything. And now we see the images that are truly stunning. Battling COVID, beating cancer, going to Mars. If there's one thing I know about America, it's this. Americans never give up. They never give in. They never cry uncle. They just struggle, innovate, and they preserve and persevere. We're going to get through all of this, I promise you. And we're going to do it together, together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. You're the best. We can do all this, guys, I promise you. We can do this. Nobody in the world can compete with us when we're together. Thank you all so very much.